My dream wedding turned into a nightmare. The woman under my veil wasn't my fiancée, but his mute sister. I lifted the veil, and the woman staring back at me wasn't Emma. It was Sarah, her mute sister. 200 guests watched me freeze at the altar of St. Catherine's Church on Saturday, April 6, 2024, at 3:47 p.m., the exact moment I was supposed to be kissing my bride and starting the rest of my life. Instead, I was staring into the terrified brown eyes of a woman who wasn't supposed to be here, wearing a $6,000 Vera Wang dress I'd helped pay for, holding a bouquet of white peonies that cost $800, standing under an arch of flowers that had taken 3 people 6 hours to construct this morning. Sarah's eyes were wide, pleading, filled with tears that were already streaking her carefully applied makeup. Her hands were shaking so badly, the bouquet trembled, petals dropping onto the white runner between us. My own hands started shaking. "What? Where's Emma?" Sarah couldn't answer. She was born without the ability to speak. Selective mutism, they'd called it. Though Emma had explained once that it was more complicated than that. Something about her vocal cords never developing properly. She just shook her head frantically, more tears spilling down her cheeks, her mouth opening and closing soundlessly, like she was trying to force words that wouldn't come. I looked past her to Emma's parents in the front row. Her mother, Margaret, was crying into a handkerchief. Not happy tears, I realized now, but something else. Something that looked like guilt. Her father, Richard, looked away when our eyes met, his jaw clenched, his face red. "Someone tell me what's happening." My voice came out louder than I'd intended, echoing through the church, making people shift in their seats. "Right now, someone explain this to me." The officiant, Pastor Michael, who'd known Emma's family for 20 years and had counseled us through our premarital sessions, stepped back, his hands raised slightly, confusion written across his face. The organ music that had been playing softly cut off abruptly, leaving only silence and the sound of 200 people barely breathing. Then I heard it, a phone buzzing in Sarah's bouquet. She fumbled with the flowers, nearly dropped them, pulled out an iPhone with a cracked screen. Her phone? I recognized it from family dinners, from the way she used it to communicate everything she couldn't say out loud. She turned it toward me. A text message filled the screen, from Emma. "I'm sorry, I can't do this. Sarah will explain everything. Please don't hate me." My stomach dropped. The church felt suddenly too hot, too small, the walls pressing in. "Explain? She's mute. How is she supposed to explain?" Sarah was already typing, her fingers flying across the screen with desperate speed. She turned the phone back to me, and I read words that made the floor tilt beneath my feet. "Emma left last night. She's with Marcus. They've been together for 6 months. She couldn't face telling you. Asked me to take her place so you wouldn't be humiliated in front of everyone. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to do this." Marcus, my best man, the guy I'd known since college, who'd helped me pick out the engagement ring, who'd thrown my bachelor party, who'd stood beside me through every major moment of my adult life. Marcus, who wasn't standing at the altar with the other groomsmen. Marcus, whose spot beside me was conspicuously empty. I looked at the groomsmen, my brother